A new Las Vegas police task force has reopened the investigation into the death of Tupac Shakur. Recent developments in the case have drawn widespread attention, with media outlets reporting that major figures in the rap industry, including Snoop Dogg, Suge Knight, and Diddy, may soon be questioned or even face arrest. Fans are speculating about Snoop Dogg's potential involvement after new evidence surfaced, prompting federal authorities to re-examine an old interview that could shed light on his possible connection to the case.
You were with Tupac, though, in regards to Tupac. I heard a story, did you give him different advice that night on where to go?
I didn't give him no advice.
Right.
We wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Right.
So,
same during the Tyson.
Yeah, this incident that I'm explaining to you right now was the day before that.
Okay.
So when they got to Vegas, they went their way, I went back. When we got to LA, they went to Vegas and I went home. That's why I wasn't in the car. In the car with him.
Snoop Dogg has stated that he was originally meant to be in the BMW with Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight on the night of the shooting. However, due to some last-minute changes likely triggered by a heated altercation between the three just a day earlier, he did not join them.
The last time me and Tupac was on the same page, and I did an interview with Angie Martinez, and she asked me how did I feel about Puffy and Biggie, and I told her that I like their music and I want to do music with them. Bro didn't like that, Tupac didn't like that, so we had a misunderstanding. So on the flight back to LA, I didn't feel comfortable around them for what they had did, as far as I didn't let my security ride with me. So to protect myself and to prevent from happening, I slept under a blanket with the knife in the fork just in case something was to go wrong, but it didn't.
With all these events happening within just 48 hours, the police are growing increasingly suspicious that Snoop Dogg may have had a tip about Tupac's murder. 2 decades ago, Snoop was deeply connected to the streets, and many believe he might have learned that Tupac was going to be targeted that night, leading him to avoid getting into the car. Adding to the investigation, federal agents uncovered an interview in which Snoop admitted that just 2 days before Tupac's death, he felt like he hated him.
I say a week before we was best friend. 2 days before I don't think he liked me. Why? Because we was in New York and it happened. New York, they shot at me and did all kind of shit to me, like just the worst you could think of. And I forgave him. And went and did an interview and was asked, how do I feel about Puffy and Biggie? And I was like, I like it. I want to do some music. And that just rubbed Cuz the wrong way. Like, Charlie, me, how that you? You talking about you want to do a song with it? I wasn't thinking about his emotion. I was thinking about the way I felt at the time. I wasn't into no controversy. I liked the music. They was our friends. We was all friends at one point. This video footage of all of us hanging out.
Well, it turns out when I talked to Tupac's longtime mentor, political mentor, former Black Panther Choku Lumumba, who was his first business manager, he's told me, I basically was asked, well, was Tupac only pretending to be or to appeal to kids and politicize them? And he said yes. And that was part of his thug life agenda that he came up with his imprisoned stepfather, Tupac Shakur. And so Tupac was just using that in order to get the leaders to call peace truces, first in Los Angeles, then throughout California, and then throughout the country. And that was why he was pretending to be this type. And really, he was just an intellectual prodigy.
So if you ain't ready for it, get on the sidewalk.
One last question.
Nobody knows. Y'all good?
Yeah, we good. Thanks a lot, man.
You good?
Last time I saw you was a trip.
Zoom in. That's Pop, man. He was the outlaw. And Reg from Holla Back is trying to be friendly and get autographed. Holla Back exclusive, baby. Holla Back.
I mean, when I left that hospital, me and Pop was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody can turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
Don't you this is toxic. Yeah,
So he was conscious on the way to the hospital.
He was conscious on the way to the hospital. He was conscious in the ambulance. He was conscious after he did the surgery.
What was the last thing that he said to you?
He left.
Suge Knight and their entourage went to the Mike Tyson, the MGM Grand. Keefy D and his nephew, Orlando Lane Anderson, and two of their friends were also there. Keefy D told LAPD Detective Greg Kading more than a decade ago, in a proffer that couldn't be used against him, the shooting was retaliation after Tupac jumped Orlando and up the casino. Surveillance cameras recorded the fight. Tupac was angry that Lane had stolen his necklace years prior in Compton. Tupac, Suge Knight, and the entourage left the casino quickly.
Knew about Tupac's concert at the Club 662. Members, including Orlando and Keith D, jumped in their white Cadillac and started cruising the strip looking for the offender. Before long, they finally spotted Tupac's caravan. At the intersection of East Flamingo Boulevard and Koval Lane, the white Cadillac pulled alongside the black BMW with Suge on the driver and Tupac on the passenger seats. The back window of the Cadillac rolled twice in the chest, once in the arm, once in the thigh.